Back on the
Anyway,
ones and twos.
yeah, another episode of TiggPolitics, straight from your boy Tig. Um, Today I'm a little off grid with it. Normally y'all see my face, see the background, had a little gremlins run around. But today I said, you know what? I got to go. I got to get out of here. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. So today I'm at a disclosed location. We is in the Goonies. Go call it the Goonies. It's raining, it's wet, and it's Mother's Day.
All of the above.
How was I
It is
able
very
to
rainy if
escape?
y'all hear the
I
thunder and
don't
stuff
know.
in the back. It's raining, raining, raining. It is storming out here on this lovely Mother's Day.
Now the extra voice you hear is not mine. It's a guest host that's a ghost.
The hostess with the mostest.
She's a ghost, she's a ghost, she's a ghost.
All
If the
right.
ghost want to reveal itself, it may or may not. It's up to the ghost. But there she is.
Anyways,
We're gonna talk about. Um, I really want to talk about today for real though. Like, we ain't gonna have to get into like deep detail like how we met and all that, going back to grade school and all that, this, that, and
we
that.
already did that in the last
We
video.
we really want to get down to. We really want to get down to
Business.
business
Let's
in a
get
sense,
down to
but not
business.
business in the manner that most people would think about it. I want to hear maybe like basically your experience. Um, so in other words, you ain't necessarily got to tell people what to do, but tell them what you did, what worked for you, because what worked for you, they might want to analyze and see if it worked for them. Cause I definitely want to try some things. Have been, especially when it comes to my content. So I think a lot of people will want to hear your perspective on business as far as where you at, what you do maybe. And you can get as detailed about it as you want to, or you could keep it blunt. But I I think they deserve to hear it.
All right. Well, I'm Lindsay. Uh, we have started up a new group that we're not disclosing the name on just yet, but we're going to start up a podcast, and this is kind of like the introductory podcast into what everything we're doing. So let's get into it. I have had a brick and mortar business for the past 8 years. I am a single mother and I make it happen. So, how I started out was a little unorthodox in some sense, but I'm kind of like a proven statistic saying anybody can do it if I can do it.
She
So,
really made it happen.
yeah, I did. I did. I ain't gonna lie. Give myself props for that.
I
But
give you props for that.
when I started out my business, and I think this is one of the biggest stigmas that's out there, is that you have to have it all together financially and physically before you start your business.
That was
I'll
my
be honest with
problem
everybody. When I the first
at
year I
times.
opened up my business, I took the tax check. It was my first tax check that I actually got money back from. I had $8,000 to my name. Stayed at my mama's house, had no car, worked two
Some
jobs,
people
and I
had more
took
than
every
that.
dollar that I had saved up, opened up my business, still worked two jobs, had my mama and a couple friends helping me throughout the day,
Yeah.
and turned that into a six-figure business within 5 years. And it was not easy. It was not easy. And I did not have it all together. I did not have all the equipment I needed. I did
Right.
not have a strong plan in place. But what I did do is I made a 5 year plan and I took what I knew from going to school for business, and took what I was finding out on a day to day and made it happen. So I have a lot of different experiences as far as that goes. And then just working with my kids running around at the same time. I have a brick and mortar business, so it's a little different than people who work mobile and stuff like that. So you start off differently. But yeah, that's kind of how I started out. I don't know any
That's dope.
specific questions that we might have, but go ahead, Tig.
I think that's dope. Um, did 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 the path take a lot of scheduling? Did you have to do like a lot of scheduling? Are you the type of person that makes a schedule?
Oh yes, my life is lived on by schedules. I have like three different calendars in my house, from a meal plan calendar to a kids sports calendar to a school calendar, and one that I carry around in my purse every day just for by the hour scheduling calendar. But I do that simply because it works better for me. I have a little bit of ADHD. I say a little bit. I got a lot of it. So for me, scheduling helps me process better, especially when it comes down to budgeting. I write everything down and make sure I know exactly every day when I wake up, I can look at any given list that I have and know exactly what I need to do that day. And that helps me process, especially when I was working two jobs
Hmm.
and really not getting any sleep. So when I did have free time and I could write down exactly what I needed to do, that helped me process my time better, manage my time better, and be able to still do what I needed to do personally, because you have to be able to balance your personal and your business to
Yeah,
be able to make
yeah,
it work. It's not just about one or the other. And to be successful, you really have it's a comes down to self discipline when it
yeah,
with all of that. Really have to stick to your guns on what am I allotting my time to go towards. So
yeah,
money time is money, money is time.
yeah,
So if you are wasting your time on certain things that necessarily ain't being are not being productive towards what your goals are in the long
right.
run, then you're losing money at the end of the day by wasting your time. So once you get past that part of it and you can actually allot your time and manage your time correctly,
Yeah,
you really could be successful in any kind of business that you want to be successful in. But it
for
doesn't
sure.
come all at once. It comes after time. Lots and lots of time spent just focusing on where you're trying to be at.
Yeah, yeah. I ain't gonna lie. You be telling me that all the time, for real, for real,
It's
for
all
real,
your
for
mindset. Your mindset's got to be, I'm
real.
going to be
Yeah.
successful. I'm going to reach my goals. And like I was saying earlier when we were politicking about everything, who I who I was and my goals from the first day I opened up my business when I was 23 to who I am now at 31, they are totally different. They have evolved. Me, where I am now, I am at the top of who I wanted to be when I was 23. However, me, who I am now at 31, I am at the bottom because I have new goals and new alignments that I want to get my life to. Especially when it comes to my kids and refocusing on the things that I want to eventually own and produce out of my business. So it's like starting at the bottom, but on a different type of bottom. But you have to get yourself there. Every top comes as a new bottom. They're pretty much. Yeah, y'all hear that thunder? It is storming out here.
But yeah, I ain't gonna lie. A lot of what she said is like the reason why. Really, the reason why like I'm around her for real in a sense. On top of her just being a good person, but like most good people don't have a business mindset for the most part, in my opinion. So to be around a good person, and then they also thinking and doing some of what I inspire to do, it's just you can't help but want to be around somebody like that. So yeah, I would definitely take some of that advice for real, because I have been personally, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm one of the type of people, I don't like to write nothing down. I don't like to have a schedule and stuff, but listening
Scheduling's
to her and
important.
trying it,
Budgeting's
just
important.
trying it, you ain't gotta go crazy with the schedule at first if you ain't really used to it, but try it a little bit and you will notice the results. Like,
Simplifying is important because you can make a simple hourly schedule for your day and just make a accomplishment list and a to-do list. So I believe in not only making a to-do list but making a what did I accomplish list, so that way you can see it, and there those are more positive thoughts other than what did I not get done today. Think about what you did get done today, because
yes,
people look at scheduling and budgeting and list as a negative aspect, but in general they're really what makes or breaks your time frame. Because in you're not thinking when you have to get, my problem is I got this kid in gymnastics, this kid in soccer, and then they got school till this time, so I got to make sure I'm at the bus stop. I got all these different things on top of working and running my own business that I solely support myself off of. It I can't function if I don't know, all right, I got to be done with this by this certain time to have these people here and da 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 da. So
Yeah.
it's really important to just sit down, and even if it's a simple, you don't have to have as many calendars just to be I'm a little
Yeah, yeah,
extra with
yeah,
it,
yeah.
but it just helps me be able to manage myself better.
Yeah.
But as far as businesses go, it also comes down to what type of business you're opening up, because my like I said, mine is a brick and mortar business, so I physically have to be there to run and operate it. But if you have like an online business and you're at home and you can multitask your home stuff, like at the same time, it's all about balance, and you have to make that happen. You can't just sit here and waste time watching TV, playing
Yeah.
games and stuff like that when you don't really have that time allotted. But this
Right.
also applies to people who are starting out. I feel like not enough people understand the importance of focusing solely on getting your business successful
Right.
before you just switch it up and, oh well, I made a little bit of money, I'm gonna go play my game and watch Netflix. No, that's not how that works. You gotta
Right, right,
focus
right,
on it.
right.
You gotta build it. You gotta get it there first before you just switch to personal stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm
Like,
at a different level though, so it's like you and I'm to where I'm back on that because I got comfortable for a few years. I'll be
yeah.
honest, where I wasn't allotting my time correctly like I should have been. I got off of it,
Right, right, right.
but now I'm getting back on it so I can build up to a actual, instead of having a small business, building up to a corporation. So
Right.
my times and my budgets and my scheduling and how I do my finances are going to totally change within the next few months because of what I am now angling towards as a person. Whereas you, Tig,
Yeah.
are starting out, so it'll be a little different
My
for you
biggest
on your front.
issue, like the more I talk to y'all, the more I talk to you and stuff, is I so my business is basically the business of helping other business get more business in a sense, but at the same time, I'm TiggPolitics, so my voice is the voice that's needing to be heard
You're
for the
branding
most part.
yourself. That's
You
just
know what I'm
you got to
saying?
brand yourself. Yeah.
So I could find a way to improve any company I'm around, no matter if I know anything about it or not. That's my gift. I know that for a fact, right? But having a gift like that, my biggest issue is disciplining myself to give myself time
Oh,
to
self
be great.
discipline's hard, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta discipline myself so I could have that time to be great for real.
Yeah, but you gotta, self discipline's hard. And I saw a video on TikTok the other day that I meant to share with y'all, but I forgot. I got it saved. I'm gonna send it to you. But it sums up self discipline is equivalent to self love. And the problem with most people and what we all don't realize is that we really don't love ourselves like we think we do. We
We
might like
don't.
ourselves, but we don't have.
We got more love for other people.
Yeah, but you can't, and you'll give everybody the shirt off your back, but what are you doing for yourself?
For real.
So if you don't have full self love, you can't fully have self discipline because you're, at the end of the day, you're
Yeah.
not doing what's best for yourself. You're doing what's best for everyone around you and to make yourself feel
Right.
better.
Right.
However, self discipline is, doing what's best for yourself. And can you do that if you don't know what's best for yourself? Because you don't really love yourself. You don't know what you
Yeah.
need. If
That's a
you in a
fact.
relationship and you talking to someone and you trying to build a relationship but you don't know what they need to make your relationship prosper, how can
Right.
you really have the best relationship with either one of y'all? Because you don't really know what the other person needs
Right. Right.
internally. So it's the same thing with yourself. You're in a relationship with yourself. So in any relationship, if you are not communicating, if you are not telling that person what it is you need, if you're not giving that person what they need in the aspect of what they want as with another person,
Right.
it's not going to work. And it's the same thing with yourself. If you're not communicating with yourself and your body and knowing, like, I need to do this, I need to drink more water, I need to work out, I need
Right.
to focus on my budget, I know I'm in a financial strain, so I need to cut this out of my diet, I need to do this, that, all the things. If you can't communicate that with yourself in a sense of like you're in a relationship with yourself, you're never really going to have full self
Right.
discipline.
That's a fact.
So there's that. I don't know.
Nah, cause basically what you saying is it's on you. It's on you for the most part. You feel me?
Yeah,
Cause
everything's
like
on you.
low key, for instance, if it's a situation where you trying to basically blame the other person when they don't even know what they being blamed for, cause you ain't
Hmm.
even expressed to yourself what you really feeling for real.
Yep, and
You get what I'm
you
saying?
blaming your emotions and your outbursts or your sad days, your depressed days, you're blaming it on other things when really it's something that you could have gave yourself and your body, your
Yeah.
mind. And that comes back to business too, because I'm in a relationship with my business 100%. If I don't feed into my business what it needs to grow, then
Right.
my business is not going to grow. And that
That's a
goes for
fact.
starting off, that goes for being in business. There are people who have been in business for 5 years and had to close down. And it's
That's
just
a
because
fact.
they didn't put into their business what it needed, whether that is correct employees, whether that is putting money back into the business,
That's a
whether
fact.
that is updating your equipment and doing better quality, better timing, whatever that is. You have to be able to communicate that and say, I need this to go further, because change is growth at the end of the day. And if you can't change and adapt to what is needed, not just for your mental and physical, but for your business, any
Hmm.
kind of relationship in that sense, then you're not going to be able to grow and to be who you want it to be, or be where you want to be in life. And I 100% think that that applies to any business, any relationship, anything like that. So
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. And see, this the kind of stuff that I be learning on a daily basis when I talk to these
I try. I do my
people.
best. I try to be uplifting.
Cause sometimes for me, like I told them, they the only people that I know that is like they good people, but they doing like they getting money. You know what I'm saying? I ain't pocket watching, but they getting money, bro. Living the lifestyle they living based on everybody else I'm seeing. They it for me. You feel me? But they ain't just stopping where they at. I'm seeing them not stop where they at. So I'm trying to learn that. I'm trying to do what y'all doing. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
but
saying?
I'm about to fuss about the getting money comment,
Yeah,
because
I
what
already
I
know how
say
shit.
earlier, you
They all
can't.
right. So they I gotta stop bringing that up. But I know I'm always bringing that part up. Y'all thinking on a whole nother level than me. Period. But that's a whole nother subject when it come down to the numerology and astrology to all the shit. But y'all right, you right, you right, y'all right.
If
That's
all
my
you
biggest
focus
issue.
on is getting money,
I ain't only focused on that, but I'm only focused on that. That's
yeah.
really the truth for real. That's really the truth. Like I can't even lie at this point. That's really all I be focused on for the most part.
But
But I
if you're
gotta
only
stop being
focused
like that.
on,
I can't
if you
stop being
stop,
like that. I can.
if you put that energy that you have towards, oh, I need to get money, I need to get money. If you, I need to be successful. I need to build myself. I need to brand myself. I need, if you put that energy towards that instead of saying I'm not getting enough money every day, because what we always talk about, speak manifesting. If you're manifesting money, 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 but you're not manifesting that the thing you need to do to get the money, then how are you going to get to the money? You can't
That's
get
a
to the
fact.
money if you're not doing something that's going to get you money. And at the end of the day, and if you're not liking what you're doing to get to the money, it's not going to be successful. You're going to end up hating it. You're going to end up quitting it. You're not going to put the proper positive energy into something that you need to put into it to get to where you want to be. So you have to focus on the positive outlooks and doing something that you enjoy, because I enjoy what I do. Yeah, do I get aggravated? Yes. Do I get frustrated? Yes. Do I want to, there have been days where I'm like, I want to quit, move away, and rename, get a new name, and call myself Linda. I don't know. But at the same time, I put that aside. I let myself feel that for a minute. I'm like, you know what? No, because I have come too far to feel like that. It's just me getting frustrated and
Right.
getting in my feelings about what I'm doing, because I'm at a new place where I want to be in a better position than I am now. And I'm in a good position. I'm not downing myself or complaining about anything, but at the same time, I know I could be better. I could have more. I could do more. I can have more for my kids. I could do more for my kids, and for the people around me, my friends. I want to see everybody grow and build. So it's like,
Yeah.
just keep putting that energy and manifesting that into everything around you, and then you'll grow into the person you want to be.
Yeah, I just gotta block out the bullshit and focus more. That's really what it be. That really what it be for the most part. I think, cause like you said, if you don't enjoy it, then that's gonna be part of the problem itself. But it ain't that I don't enjoy it. I love getting on the microphone. I love talking. I love giving my perspective on things. I love kind of teaching in a way, but not really teaching. Just telling y'all what worked for me, what's gonna work for me. You know what I'm saying? What ain't worked yet, but it's gonna work. You know what I'm saying? Like
See,
stuff like
speak
that.
positive. Yeah, there you go.
But as far as the energy that I'm putting into it is what's going on with me. Like imagine having to make a video frustrated, aggravated. It ain't gonna be the same as if you you chilling already. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be the same as if you are like you in a good mood type shit. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
you say that, but I mean, I'm not against like having emotions either because I feel like that feeds into the reality of the situation. Like I can sit here and say that I've had a business. I'm not gonna sit here and lie like every day has been peaches and cream for me. I My first week I was open. Well, this is the part people don't know, but my first week I was open. I made $20. I almost closed my doors that same week. I was so mad. I was so upset. Like I done put every dollar I had. I got a 1 year old. I'm working two jobs. I'm mentally and physically exhausted. I'm up till 1 o'clock in the morning, getting back up at
Yeah,
four
that's
to
crazy.
start all over again. It's just it's frustrating, and you just gotta keep you gotta feel those bad days and realize like not every day is gonna be like that, but you
Yeah,
will have them. I have them now, and a frustrated day can feed you and fuel you like you want it to, and you take that energy and you put it towards switching it into positive, and it makes it even more of a hustle. So you just keep pushing past that and growing and going, growing and going. But
yeah.
I'm not the only one here. We supposed to be guest talking.
Nah, you doing a good job.
I don't know. I feel like I'm rambling. I feel
Um,
like I'm rambling.
but you ain't saying nothing wrong for real, for real. It's really like I said, man, talking to y'all, I learned so much. I can't learn this from the people I'm around more than I'm around y'all. Damn, you even want to move in with y'all last for real. I ain't gonna lie. Let me stay to your house for 3 days. Let me stay to your house for 4 days. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. That's how much I learned from y'all for real. Like y'all the only people that stimulate my mental in a sense, cause at the end of the day, I do like to be by myself. I like to play my little video games and stuff. But even that kind of stuff is me doing content. I'm always doing content. I'm a content creator. So that's what I'm gonna do. No matter what I'm doing, I'm gonna be creating some type of content for the most part. You know what I'm saying? Whether I'm playing a game, whether I'm walking in my neighborhood, like
Yeah, you keep
I'm
doing what you
always,
want to do.
you know what I'm
Eventually, it'll
saying?
pop off. All these influencers out here, they all really started off doing
Even
the same thing. They just make
for
content, and then
real,
one day it's gonna pop off and be worth it.
that
But you
shit
just got to
just
be patient with it.
yeah,
Mhm. Yep.
it's gonna be basketball for me. It's gonna be that. It's
Well,
gonna be
and that's
that.
what I said.
It's
You
gonna
come
probably
pick
be
up the
that basketball
kids.
thing.
We
I
got two
think that's
boys
what it's gonna
already.
be.
Come pick them up. The summertime coming up.
Your son gonna be able to shoot.
He
he
got
gonna
a
be able to
little
shoot.
bit, and that is not
And he a
from me.
lefty. He gonna be able to shoot. Crazy.
That is not just for me. That's I didn't teach him nothing because I know nothing about basketball. I'm gonna just be honest with y'all. It's not my
He gonna
forte.
be able to shoot. I'm telling you, lefty and all. But yeah,
Well,
that's something that I definitely am passionate about. But just like everything else, it's like for me, it's like getting started, and it's simple as just getting the ball. Like how I did today, really got the ball. Was like do this with your elbow, do this with your wrist. As soon as he shot, squish. He like, oh yeah. And then like all it take for them to do is make it. They gonna be like, oh, I got to do it like that every time. That's what they gonna do. You know what I'm saying? He was over there making it probably more than what he was missing for real. So that's where it started. You gotta have a good shot percentage. You know what I'm saying? And then I had him at like free throw range. So just little stuff like that. But
yeah. See you speaking Chinese to me right
yeah, I know.
now.
Just basketball stuff.
But that's what you good at. See, that's your passion. So you focus
Yeah,
on
I
what
love
you
some
love,
basketball.
and you put the positive energy towards that, and just manifest it into real life, and it'll pay off. It takes a while. Like I said, when I had to, it took me 3 years almost 4 years before I could quit working two jobs on top of my job and solely focus on that. But I
Yeah.
did it. I stayed down and I did it, and now I maintain a household, actually multiple households, but that's a different conversation. But I maintain household and my business and starting up other businesses. Like you just got to focus on that and
Yeah.
get to where you want to be at in life. And yeah, so
I just gotta I gotta use my strengths and gifts and I gotta use all my special attributes the right way.
yeah, and I
Instead of
say embrace
instead
your
of
weaknesses too. On top of that,
like you said, like you said about being self disciplined. I gotta be self disciplined when it comes to like really my family, bro. For real. Because that's probably my biggest weakness for real. As far as like I ain't gonna say well I do. I get their ass too much time. Yeah.
Balance is all about balance.
Yeah. Basically what I was saying earlier, when I need that time to go handle something to get stuff done, I need to take that time to get stuff done with no distractions. You see what I'm saying? It ain't gotta be like that all the time, but right. Right. Yeah. Right. I ain't gonna lie, we probably in the range of like my peak. I guess you could say like when I feel the best in the daytime, like in between 2 and 4 o'clock. Cause I had seen something that was talking about different times of the day
Oh
for
yeah, I
different
saw that.
people.
I was just about to say that.
So I was like, they said 2 to 4 for me, and then when every since then around 2 to 4, I be like, yo, it's 2 is 4, and I feel real good. Like I feel real good. Like I can achieve anything between 2 and 4. Like
Yeah,
you
there's some
can't
people
tell
that
me
are more
shit.
morning
You know what I'm
people
saying?
and
Like,
afternoon people, and yeah, it change.
but
It's
two
different
to
for
four
everybody.
p.m. 2 to 4 p.m. is like I'm on fire at that time. Like for real, for real. So yeah, like them. That's like, hey, you can't tell me nothing from 2 to 4. Like, hey, I probably ain't even gonna pay your ass no. If I'm focused on something from 2 to 4, like I noticed that for real. Once I found that thing that said that, I was like, let me start paying attention. So I did it for like a week, bro. That whole week, 2 to 4, I go crazy. Like, with whatever I got going on, with whatever I'm doing, I'm going crazy. 2 to 4. It don't matter, dog. That's junk crazy. So I started making videos around that time too, and those be the ones like that do the best on some like type shit. You feel me? Like whether it be a video I actually made or whether it be a video that I like, edited and then put out from a different platform or something. But like around that time, that's my time. I don't know about everybody else, but I know that's my time. 2 to 4, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Ain't nothing. You can't tell me nothing.
And see, mine
Like
is early in
I'm
the
I'm
morning.
finna I'm finna I'm finna tell people you gotta go type shit. Like don't talk to me. You know what I'm saying? Like don't leave me alone type shit. I'm focused on this. Like that's like I guess that's kind of like the main time we probably use low key. A lot of my basketball practices used to run around that time too, sort of kind of in AAU too, for the most part. So and I was on fire then. Like you can't stop me 2 to 4. Like even tournaments, like 2 to 4. Now that I really think about it, in between those hours, I'm unstoppable for real. Like literally.
Do you think it has anything to do with like physical exertion? Because they say like working out and
I ain't
exercise.
gonna lie. I be having this real urge to want to run around that time, or like, you if you really like, for instance, like right now, low key, I don't be like I don't like to sit down for a long time around that time. To be honest with you.
And he
But
stands up.
I just been I've been sitting down for the time right now just cause it's like shit. I know some people I'm like, why that nigga just standing around like that? You know what I'm saying? So I don't be wanting to make nobody feel no type of way, but I be like, my legs, I gotta move them bitches, you feel me? Like
Ain't
and
nothing wrong with that.
shit. Like around that time I had a lot of energy, like my body be up, like my frequency be high as fuck. Like hell, if I'm in the mood, if I'm in whatever mood I'm in, it's gonna determine